Hi guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zwannda. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Okay, so then let's get started to the topic of the day. So today I'm gonna share with you guys my progress on YouTube, focusing mainly on how much I made in 2021. So I know a lot of people, when they start their YouTube channel, they want to know, when will I get paid and how much will I be getting paid. So for you to monetize your channel, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Okay, so I got monetized last year, and then from there, that's when I started getting the money from the advert. So I want to share that information with you so that if you are joining the YouTube world, and if you want to be a creator, at least you know what to expect. Okay, so I'll be sharing that information with you. But before we can get into my numbers, I just want to talk about what you guys should expect in 2022 from my YouTube. Okay, so I did a review on my YouTube and see what I was able to achieve last year, and kind of looked into what I could do in 2022. And this year I was able, like I mentioned, I was able to get 3,000 subscribers, and then I hope at the end of 2022 I have 5,000 subscribers. So speaking about the topics that I'll be covering, I'll be covering property and property investments. I received a lot of feedback, good feedback, great feedback from the property video that I did with Pacey last year. People were just interested, people were asking more questions, and then I realized that there's a gap. So we need to talk more on property, we need to talk more on property investments, we need to talk about ways in which we can get the best out of our investments, because there is investing and there's getting great return, right? So a lot of people just go and buy property because property appreciates in value, but they don't really get the best out of their property. So excuse me. So I'll be exploring ways in which we can get the best out of property, our properties, and property investments in general. Number two, this is my personal goal, but I just thought, why don't I learn this with people on my YouTube? Because it's a topic that I think everybody would be interested in. So number two is tax. I want us to focus on personal tax. I realized that most of us just don't understand how tax work, personal tax work. So I want to tap into that space, find out how we can benefit, how we can get tax benefits, right? So I'll be focusing on that. Hopefully I'll get someone to collaborate with who will come and actually share some knowledge on that. Number three, this is also something that I've always been interested in. It's insurance. I want to tap into insurance. I feel like when it comes to Black people and insurance, we just sign things and without understanding the terms of our insurances or how insurances work. So I want us to at least have the basics of insurance so that we know what to look out for when we sign those contracts, because it's so sad seeing our people actually crying because the insurance company didn't pay, but you find that they just didn't understand what they were getting themselves into, or the contracts, or the terms that breach the contract, right? So I'll be tapping into that space as well. Lastly, I'll be covering shares, right? How to buy shares, how we can benefit from shares, because this is like a topic that I got most questions on in 2021, and I realized that people have interest in investing in shares, but yet the information is so limited. So I'll cover all things shares, like the basics, how to buy them, how to sell them, having an exit strategy, dividends, etc. So I will talk about shares as well. But more than anything, guys, I will keep on posting about the basics of finance, because I feel like the groundwork to having financial freedom is at least understanding the principles of money. So I will also cover that topic as well. Okay. So yeah, and I hope to have guests. Just to mention few who are already confirmed, is Palesa. And Palesa is the author of Stockfalls. It's a very lovely book that I enjoyed so much, and I reached out to her and asked if she would be happy to join or to be hosted on this YouTube, and she agreed. So I'm excited to meet her and get to learn about different ways in which we can benefit from stokvels. I mean, people are doing great things on stokvel. People are doing property investments. People are doing farming. People are doing logistics on stokvels. People are tapping into huge spaces and taking advantage of that buying power that they have as a collective. So I'll be having Palesa on my channel to talk about that. And also we'll be having a good friend of mine to talk about property investments when it comes to like short term, like, you know, your hotels, your Airbnb stuff, like short term rentals. And that should be exciting. So also a friend of mine wants to talk about debt management in this channel, and I love that because one of the things that hold us back is having so much debt. So I want to have her in this channel so that we can talk about that. So now I'm sure you guys have been waiting. Let's get into the numbers. So getting into how much I've made last year, I'm just gonna read them out. So I started getting paid from last year March. So in March I only get 28 rand. 28 rand. So that's how much I got, 28 rand from YouTube. And in April I got 27, and in May I got 29. The consistency on the 20s. But to be honest, guys, like, I was not joining YouTube to get paid per se. I mean, getting paid is nice because you put a lot of effort into making a video. So having to get this payment, 29 rand, it was not discouraging for me because I enjoy doing this. I learned through my videos and I learned through the questions in which people ask me. So I was okay with it. In June, that's where I started making moves. In June, I made 456, which made me smile a lot. In July, I made 243. In August, I made 285. In September, I made 237. I think I started making on average 250. And in October, the pace increased. I made 357. In November, I made 486. And in December, that's where I made the highest amount. I made 603. Now in January, year to date, the 15th of Jan, I've made 214. So quickly, let me calculate for you how much I have made overall, which is good enough. So hopefully this year I'll actually make more, because income is income, guys, and I love generating extra income. So that's just how much I made on YouTube overall, and I'm excited about YouTube and the potential of growth that we both can have through this channel.